It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a can of Carlsberg's Special Brew. It's a beer coming in at 7.5% ABV in a 440 milliliter can by appointment to the Royal Danish Court. So the royals in Denmark must be drinking this on a regular basis. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening. Always wanted to review this beer. Could never really find it. It was one of those beers from your childhood that you'd go, oh wow, there's a beer at 1,000,000% ABV and we got to try it. But I never got to try it. So I was in Sainsbury's a month or two ago and I seen this sitting on the shelf. And I thought, I gotta get that. Whilst I'm here, I gotta pick this up and review this one. I quite like Carlsberg Export, in all honesty. I do. I like Carlsberg Export. And isn't it amazing how you can go from, like the thinking of a brewery. I've just finished reviewing Skål Lager, which is 2.8% ABV, and it's made by Carlsberg. So the thinking there is, right, let's brew some beer, really light lager, for people who really like beer. And there can't be that many people out there that like really light lager. The same as this. I mean, there can't be many people who want a 7.5% ABV lager, unless you're talking kind of barley wines but it's not a barley wine. It's a lager. 2 to 3 finger white head. Good levels of carbonation. This is brewed for a certain person. You know, they want to get the job done really quickly. That's who this is brewed for. It's got nice levels of carbonation actually. It's nice and clear and amber in the colour. Let's get the aroma. This is a bit like these kind of Polish strong lagers that you see. You know, your 8 or your 9% ABVs, or the Amsterdam brewery. Oh, it'll come to me. Orangy Boom, OG Orangy Boom. They brew like 10% ABV lagers. But I think this is the original. I think this is the original strong lager. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, and it's got that rather sweet, syrupy aroma to it. Somehow like strawberries and cream or something like that. Yeah, strawberries and cream. Weirdly. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, it's rather worty. Oh, it's a funny one. This is I mean, the taste. As a reviewer, the taste is all over the place. It's going from being sweet and jammy, like tart-like, over to like brewer's wort, like a biscuity kind of worty. You know when you walk through a city centre or walk past your brewery where they're brewing in the morning, you get that kind of brewing smell. That's the wort. That's the wort. And that's what I'm tasting in this beer. Very carbonated. Quite drinkable, quite refreshing in its own way. It's got a slightly medium, sticky, biscuity kind of malty mouthfeel. It's got a bitterness on the back end that helps kind of get over that sweetness, that kind of jammy tart flavour. So you've got the sweet malt jammy tart flavour over there, and then you've got this kind of bitterness on the back end, just to help balance off that sweetness and that bitterness. I bought 4 cans of this. You can only buy 4 cans of this. I don't know when I'll ever get round to drinking the other 3 cans. Same as the Skull. I had to buy the Skull in 4 cans, and I don't know when I'll ever drink the other 3 cans of the Skull. Isn't it interesting how 2 ends of the Richter scale, one a 2.8% lager and the other a 7.5% ABV lager, from the same company, and you're struggling to work out in your mind when you will drink the rest of the cans. Of course, I picked this up for reviewing purposes, and reviewing purposes only, really. It's not my style of beer, a 7.5% rocket fuel type lager. It's very much been replaced though. Whereas as a kid you might have seen these cans floating around the park benches, you know, in Central Park or something in Barry. You'd see a bin full of these in the morning, or strewn all over the floor. You don't see it anymore. You see cans of cheap Polish lager, strong Polish lager littering the bins and the floor and the streets, and it's been replaced. It's probably too expensive for the people who like to drink this style of beer, and I think that's why it's not as popular as it once was. But it's got nice lacing on the glass. It's a beer to serve a purpose, probably to do a job. You may have had a really tough day, a really tough week, and you just want to forget about everything. Forget about your working week and just, you know, sink 4 cans of special brew. It must have been a tough week. Whew. There's no off flavours. There's nothing wrong with the beer. It's just, it's not great either. It's just one of those kind of like there for a purpose beers rather than for flavour. Right, what do we have? Oh, there's all sorts of sulfates and all sorts in this beer. There's nothing really to say about the beer, whereas, you know, Skull had a little bit of a blurb on the side of the can. This has nothing. Danish strong lager brewed in the UK using a Danish recipe and yeast. Best served shade. Yeah. Alright, so this is a grab bag. This is your grab bag version of beer. Water, malted barley, glucose syrup, hops. Not suitable for those allergic or sensitive to sulfates. Okay, there's proteins and salts and all sorts of stuff in here, sugars. For me, it's no more than a 5 out of 10. It's no more than, in fact, I'm going to go 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 for Carlsberg Special Brew. It's just brewed for a purpose. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.